Hello everyone and welcome to the Inspire series with me, Gloria Dozian. I started the Inspire series because I wanted to empower women. I wanted us to learn how to live, love, pray, and be inspired. So join me on this wonderful journey of self-discovery where anything and everything is achievable. The Inspire series features lively guests, all of whom are living the life they only dreamed about. And you can too. Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Women's Talk on the Inspire series. Today we're going to be discussing something quite interesting. We're going to be looking at women in the entertainment industry. And to help me, I have a panel of very distinguished ladies who are all part of the Nigerian entertainment industry scene. First, we have regular guest, Miss Wana of Inspiration FM. Moving on, we have none other than Kemi Adetiba. Now, she needs no introduction, on-air personality, behind the scenes, in front of the scene, award-winning cinematographer, producer, and director. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. And then we have Seyi Shay, rising female star in the Nigerian entertainment scene. Personally, one of my favorite songs, Irawo, and she's here with us today, and we're so happy to have you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So we're going to be talking about women in the entertainment industry. I always like to start things from the very beginning. Kemi, do women have a part to play in the entertainment industry?
Put me on the spot already.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably will come like a totally different view to this conversation because I just do not believe in sex before your skill. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I have a big problem with that question just off the bat. Okay. Like, of course, women have a part to play. It goes without saying. I mean, like, do they have the skills to contribute to the industry? Yes. So, yeah, definitely, I think so.
Okay. Shay, you are kind of like a returnee artist, right? So what sort of challenges did you face in the entertainment industry? And did you feel that any of those challenges were gender specific?
I think that the only challenges that I face, really, if any, coming back from the UK and America to Nigeria to be an artist probably is the fact that I was coming from those places and I was new and trying to fit in and blend in. Not really because I was female. I think the whole female thing, being in the music industry, it being harder is, I don't really know if that's true. I just think that we need to work harder. That's
harder than the men or harder in general?
Just harder in general, I think, because actually, I've only been out in Nigeria as an artist under a year now. Mm-hmm. And I would say that, you know, so much is happening around me and for me. I feel that it's part of the work ethic that I bring from where I was, and partly because I'm bringing something a bit different to what people are seeing. But I feel like I'm getting a fair try, a fair goal in the music industry. I don't think, you know.
And this is from fans as well as your male counterparts within the industry?
We know that the male acts get paid more for shows than the females do.
Okay. Is there a reason given for that? Because I know, for example, like in tennis, you know, the male champions were paid more than the female, but just a couple of years ago. Yeah. So, and the reason was because the matches were longer. Yeah. So is that
that was probably the excuse.
Yes.
That was probably the excuse, because I can't remember what famous tennis player that said this, but there was a quote, and he said, "Women's tennis is two sets of rubbish."
Oh, wow.
Exactly. But then, of course, with the Williams sisters coming in and changing the whole game, I was just listening to Seyi Shay speak, and then a lot of what she says I agree with, because that's my own reasoning as well. Coming into this industry, people are like, oh, it's dominated by men, and I keep having to answer that question all the time. I had an interview yesterday, it's the same thing. How do you feel? How do you have to fight? I don't pay attention to all of that, to be very honest. I take every project very personal. I take every project like it's my last one. I put everything into it. And I believe every project is like a business card into the world. And I didn't have to sleep with anybody to get here. I didn't have to, you know, but I'm here. I'm doing my job. I don't even have time to do like all the stuff that I need to do. So it's just about working.
I think that conception as well kind of comes from the females out here as well. Like we already have that preset mind that this is the problem. You know, males get more of a fair trial, like a fair deal, and so we kind of sit back and say, well, you know, because he's a man, he's gonna get it easier. So we don't work as hard anymore.
So I don't give any. I
think in my own sort of field, I can say I've seen the changes though, because starting out, I started radio in Nigeria about 4 years ago. And initially, most of the women on radio were always co-hosts, and they were all very, very floozy sounding. That sort of thing. You know what I mean? And it took. I was a co-host myself for a number of years before I was giving my own show. But of course, at some point, women started taking that sort of prominence, and it was okay to be smart. It was okay to be intelligent. It was okay to do other things without just being a type of person. So I know from my industry, my section of the industry, I've definitely seen those sorts of changes. But even like say things like MCing, I still get told that if you're for hiring a female MC, they need a male MC because they say the crowd doesn't respond to a woman talking.
Well, I just feel like what Kemi said. Every project is like a business card to the world. You just have to work harder then. Work harder, shout louder, copy the swag of a guy, like if that's what it is, then copy his swag. Or, when I started doing shows in December last year, people didn't know what to think. I could see in their faces. But after every single show, literally as I come off stage, there's somebody else booking me for a next show. And that's how it's been for me for almost a year now. Like, I do more shows than anybody I know. Do you understand? Paid and unpaid. It's because I work my ass off. And I don't believe that thing of, the men get it easier. At the moment, yes, sadly, in the music industry, they get paid more than us. But I believe that will change. That will change in all of our industries. And the harder we work, I think people will start wanting to pay for that,
What about your male counterparts in the industry? Do they see women as equal players?
This is my reasoning. Taking all the way back, I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm not saying there are people going to try and pull your legs down and they don't see you as you said, they don't see you as an equal. But then there's also something about putting energy into that thought process. Like, I have to mentor a lot of women sometimes. I have to teach media, and you have women in the crowd, and then that's one of the questions I always get asked. I don't put any energy on there because they're going to start already coming to the space thinking, I'm a woman. Okay, I'm going to come. Okay, I have to. Okay, people are going to look at me this way.
Already expecting less.
So you have to take away that mindset from them. Then many times people come to me for jobs. They don't even know I'm a girl. They think I'm a boy.
Oh wow.
Hey, shoot, as long as you're writing me a check, like do I care? But that's what it is. It goes back to your work. I totally and thoroughly believe that if they put my work here and they put a guy's job here, and then you feel that my job is better than the other guy, you will pay me the money. And that's just the thing. I have people that I know that probably hate me, but I really want you to do that.
Yeah.
So hi, Kemi.
Hello.
Exactly. Like you, as long as you're cutting me a check, why do I care?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care at all.
Even people that don't particularly like you or your crew or your whatever, they can't avoid the fact that you're giving them something that they want.
Exactly.
So they're gonna pay for it.
The thing about it is, like, you also have to have your therapeutic moments. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't bother anyone. The times when you want to smash things on the wall. I mean, like, you'd have maybe like the some award ceremony. They have like the nominees list come out, and then I mean, it's like, okay, I know that that my video was, but it's like, you keep it moving. Because I think early in the career, somebody actually said to me, you don't need these things to validate you. And that's something I've carried with me over and over. Like, I don't need these people to validate me. It's when you put it out into the universe and you have people come to you and go, oh my God, you inspired me, male, blue, black, female. That's what it is. Like, I see you and I've always wanted to do this, but I just didn't have the confidence. I didn't get here by magic. Like, no one slotted my name in there. No one is saying, Kemi clients. And I came here somehow. I had to have done one video for people to recognize, for me to get here. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not something that no one else can do. And that's why I don't want to put that energy there, because there's the next lady or the next woman that can do it, but is so afraid to do it because she's holding back, going, no one will recognize, no one will want me, they're holding me back. No, stop that.
I remember interviewing lots of male artists, and they always had this phrase for Nigerian female artists. They said, you guys don't know how to hustle. They always say,
Yeah.
If
anything,
female artists don't know how to hustle.
Really?
Nigerian female artists.
They always say that.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
They say they don't hustle. They don't put as much hustle into the work as their male colleagues.
Yeah.
That's what they always say.
But doesn't it go back to what we were just saying about us, the females? A lot of the females, the problem is that they are just too overtaken by the
overwhelmed, intimidated,
and they believe
they just
already.
They just don't go for it.
They don't.
Go
So they come
way.
into the door expecting to fail
there
over.
always seems this. I think that for a lot of them, they feel that it might be, of course, the sexist part, part or bigoted area, but they say things like, you guys have the backup plan of you could just marry one became. And they tell me that these are male artists. I remember interviewing lots of them. They always say the same thing. We just marry one became, so there is no need. So this thing is just fun. In fact, they don't see a lot of female artists as they don't think they take it seriously. They think they're just enjoying the popularity of it and the glamour of it all. They don't think that they need the work. They don't need
the money.
Yeah, they don't need the money. They don't need.
Are you going to get married and have a rich husband or
But
whatever?
then do you think that maybe because Nigeria is in a way a empirical society, that sort of those kind of thought process?
No, of course it is.
Definitely.
Of course,
That's the
patriarchal.
foundation.
So it's a patriarchal sense of thinking anyway. I mean, I remember a job I had. I was in an internship at another radio station, and the first question they asked me was like, "What?" There was like, "So just tell us, who have you slept with? Who does your father know?" That was the first question they asked me. I was just shaking. I was like, he said, "So who have you slept with? Who does your father know?" And I was like, I was still like giving this explanation of like, I was in school,
having to defend yourself.
and I called, and like the person had already walked off whilst I was giving
mid-sentence.
like, dude, you are just beginning right now,